こうして着いたとこまでか。からこれ何するんだっけ。こいつはホームズの何なんだ。
I need... Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
岩に入り込む。お、なるほど。とりあえず目の前の扉を、もうなんか手当たり次第に。
Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it.
なんだこれ、有能か。
Wow, a lot of expensive stuff.
なんで今急に隠れた。もういいのかな。あとは特にないのかな。
Ah, a coat... Wow.
特になさそう。よいしょ。はい、次行きますか。まず窓から見るか。
I can't see what's inside.
見えないと。ここ入ったらちょっ
It's
と
too dangerous to enter.
さすがに犯罪だからね。もうすでに侵入者だけど。一周してきたか。いや、またか。
It's too dangerous to enter.
ですよね。こっから入ってきたんだよな。よいしょ。メタルギアみたいにノックできないかな。なんでしょう。何かやらかしてそっちに気を
It's too...
引かせといてからのみたいなやつね。ここになるとスクッと立つんだな。窓がないからか。他に何もないのか。他に何かあるかな。開けるか。なんで。
Locked.
はいはい。で、ここまだ入れないでしょ。
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me. Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
Wigan's tale was quite unusual. What do you make of what he found, Holmes?
Wiggins did a good job.
行ける場所が増えて、そこで検索するか。
Brave Toby, the best nose in the British Empire.
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
That's not the one I need.
手当たりしてんじゃな
That's
い
not
ば
the
いい
one I. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I.
ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。歴史から言ってみる。
That's not the one I. That's not the one I need. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
ああ、そっか。全然使えなかった。あ、こうやるのね。記号特にこの辺か。
That's not the one I need. 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 That's not the one I. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
お、やっと出てきた。エドワード・マーシュロー。
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
お嬢さんだと。
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
You'll make Watson jealous.
All right then, have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
完了して、とりあえず次は魔術をよいしょと。開く意味ある。これ誰なんだ。
Holmes, about Caitlin.
Yes?
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
何を
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
Would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear? It won't and can't happen.
複雑な年頃だね。
Come in, please.
入れてくれるのか普通に。
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
目が赤いね。寝不足。どっちだ。あ、これ自分で考えるのか。もしかして。あ、そういうやつか。じゃあ寝不足にしとこうか。わからんな。何かを隠すようにしとくか。病気か。ちょっとプロファイルが間違った。どっちだ。読めないんだが。日本語にしてくれ。狩猟クラブ。あ、医者ですね。つことは体調不良しとこうか。病気にしとくか。薬。はいはい。で、いいのかなこれって。
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
見覚えがありますって。マーシュの病気。
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
これ25歳なんだ。ああ、オープニングで撃ってきたのはこいつか。狩猟会のメンバーってこと。
Is there some...
Lord Marsh believes that he...
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel.
こんな物色するみたいに歩いていいのかね。
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals.
ああ。ちょっと。
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
英国病とかってやつなんだ。
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that isn't possible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
こうやってやり方はわからんけど、まあチュートリアルみたいなもんだな。特別教育、行方不明。その赤字は違うってこと。特殊な仕事。そうじゃない。全然操作が選び直すかいいのか。行方不明になっている。ちょっと待って、これは何？ジョージ・ハーストの特殊な仕事は関係ないと。あ、これ選ぶのか。つながりがある。はいはい。で、ちょっと、犯人を追い詰めろ。終了すればいいのか、一回。他にご用はないっすよ。とりあえずこれでいいのか。
Bags full of food. Aid for the paupers of Lambeth Work. Humanitarian aid. It's extremely honourable to devote one's whole life to assisting the poor. It's shut tight. It's closed.
こんな置き方しねえだろ。2回いけないじゃん。
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
とりあえず、なんか関係ありそうだなぐらいでいいのかな。じゃあ、じゃあ出ますか。この辺 ちに伸びるわけだ。これさFacebook を開く。全く分かってないです。
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh yeah, I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
A ramrod to clean a rifle. A ramrod to clean a rifle.
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. This oil can also be used on weapons. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shot at me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
Ah,
well, I can see...
チェランだよな。つながりがあるにしとけばいいのかな。つながり特になんもんだよね。ネタ不足か。
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep.
Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health. I prefer to visit Lord...
これもファストトラベルでいいのか。ファーストの家ね。おい、ちゃんといる。耳大きいな。トビタバコ平気な口の。
Search, Toby, search.
あ、でトビを。トビどうやって開けた？スメルを追っていくと犬すげえな。二手に分かれてない？ちょっとこっちか？親父さん、こんなとこにも隠れ家を。
Pile of rubbish.
ゴミかい。
Nothing that could interest me.
めっちゃ気になったけど気にならないんだ。
Nothing that could interest me.
そうか。
Just some old things.
あ、そう、鍵穴から覗いてただけか。
It's not here.
ここじゃない。銃のお手入れしたとこ探してるわけね。
Old things. Old things. Ordinary story.
何の変哲もない倉庫。
Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
ピッキング。 かよくわかんないけど、開いちゃったんだけど。なんか不吉な手紙なんだけど、もうこれを見つけるところで死んでると。
News clippings on lords in the education program. Why are they here? Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
Thomas Kelly, William Thatcher, S ファンの人、バツバツ、パトリック・タン、これバツっていい。これ両方選べばいいのか。パトリック・ターナー、はい、S ファン。
This man appears in both documents.
基本 S ファンの写真。これと、はいはい。
All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files.
But しかしこのフォントで書かれると違和感半端ないな、この紙に。行方不明者と別れの手紙。違うまだ繋がんないんだ。特殊な仕事と別れの手紙。帰らない覚悟があったのかい？もうバツってことはもうこの組み合わせ全部間違いってことでいいんだよね。 ヒントが出る感じかな。ジャックからか。平気で怪我したってことか。
This case must have been full of cartridges.
There was something on the stand.
銃がかかってたとしか。
There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him. A map of Epping Forest.
準備と特殊な仕事。これとなんでこれミッションが生まれたのか。なんか出てきたぞ。なんだっけ。特殊な仕事と特別な教育かなんかで貧民と貴族の情報を集めていた。で S 班は行方不明。あれ誰だっけ。これ関係ないっしょまだ。何を使ったのか。ジョージとジョンね。ここはなんかあんのか。
Just rubbish.
もう言わないかな。 調べるか、まず。平家時代の勲章かな。変装しても結局ホームズなんだよな。どれどれ。
Kate wouldn't like it if I entered her room without her knowledge.
勲章。
That's not the one I need.
こうではないな。
That's not the one. That's not the one I need.
ああ、ウルフジャック。
Here it is.
射撃弾。で傷を負った。あとは下に行けばいいのか。
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
分かってくれたか。さて。
The window is firmly shut.
この足もはあんまし見ないかな。これいまいち使い方がわかんないんだよな。
There's no space for this lockpick.
3番はあ、こうか。
There's no space for this lockpick.
スキップって何？外す。
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
失敗。
How can I help you?
夢
I
か。
came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
これを倒せばいい。
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson. Let's see how hard to crack.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
いいんだよね。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
すまん、わからん。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
で、ここでここら辺に隠れてればいいのか。
Mr. Holmes?
違
What are
う
you
のよ。
doing here?
俺ドアの裏に隠れたつもりなんだけど。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
ちょっと待って。 ホームズ悪い顔してんな。 おかげで彼女ができました。そういうやつ。これなんちょっと今本落としちゃったけどいいのか。正解の今落としちゃったよね。あれあ、もう拾えないのか。
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
やつっぽい感じなんだよね。
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today. I can hide here.
初めにそこの身を隠せる場所を見つけておいてくればよかったのか。この本を落としたやつよかったのかな。
I have to finish my search of the office.
事務室でここのこと。
I can hide here. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh is a keen... Lord Marsh...
調べきったんじゃないのか。足りないのかなんかあんのか。ちょっと待てよ。
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You're going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
してるだけだろこれ。じゃあ調べるか。
Holmes, come here. This is.
Come here, come here. 血入ってましたか。
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely. sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope. Let us apply chemicals to color the sample.
どれでもいいんですかね。色がつけばどっちもいいのか。
I need a pipette.
ピペット、はい。
This chemical should be applied third.
Now,
let's examine the colored sample under the microscope. Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill. Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
It is thrilling.
ああ、ここから見てると普通に、女子っぽいんだけど。
Well, well. Sweet slumber after a hard... My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
場所。地図。 何を調べんだ。場所じゃないんだ。グランストーン
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I... That's not the one... That's not... That's not the one I need.
手当たり次第で。
That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the one I need.
操作がね。歴史。
That's not the. That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
ああ、貴族だからあれか。貴族が紹介してきたやつなんだよな。いや、違う。ちょっとグランストンオーク記号。
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not the. That's not the. That's not the one I need. That's not. That's not the one I need.
何を調べたいんだこれ。ちょっと待ってよ。グランストンこれ以外ないのか。こっちは変装した場所か。
That's not the one. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need.
Here it is.
ちょっと待って。
Dunstan's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
なんか適当にやって見つけた。あ、調べるときしか見れないのかな。
I can't.
一体なんて書いてあったんだ。
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map. Here it is. Drat it. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Caitlin, you know that Wiggins hasn't had the most fortunate life.
That only makes him more interesting.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
A 48時間前だったっけ。出ない人間狩り。どこだよ。
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
ちょっと待って。これは
Let's see how long you can stay alive.
ああ、体力で走れないんだけど、ちょっとずつ
You won't get far.
木を貫通してくるよ。
You won't get far.
完全に下がれている一番じゃん。
Run, little rabbit, run! Where is he?
いきなり何？ここに来たら撃たれ始めたの。展開が。
Is that your blood in the snow? Here you are! Here you are! is he?
This man was killed recently. This man... He was poor.
Find him, boys! Find him!
ちょっと。
Hungry today! Where is he?
ああ、もう。岩滑りって道が岩で下がってるっていう、そういうことか。滑っていけるのかと思っちゃったよ。よし、走れ。
Hungry today!
よ 送にはいつも続くんだ。
You won't get far!
My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. He was killed by a shot to the forehead. My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
針めっちゃ速くなったな。傷の手当て。あ、開けないね。傷の手当てが先だと。ここで
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin. Someone's coming, I better hide.
隠れなければって。
Someone's coming.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging you, festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
これ赤は間違いってこと？ちょっと生きてる可能性があって、これなんだ？ 整理間違ってる、もしかして。もうこれがこれになるとなんと消えるわけね。でマーシュ教が飼ってる人狩りをする。なるほど。ちょっと待ってください。暴力。やっぱ人狩りなの。これだとなんもダメなんだね。帰らない覚悟っぽいよね。支援。貴族が飼ってるマーシュが人がちょっと違う気がするんだよね。この2択しかないのか。ってことは貴族が人狩りをしている。人狩りをする。道徳的選択。はい。これセリ間違ってたらどうなる？
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George, listen to me. If you're seeking an apt punishment and vengeance, killing Marsh will give him exactly what he wants. He would die knowing that he had fulfilled his life through his absolute control of it. But if you allow Marsh to live, he will suffer a far greater punishment. For his ball and chain will be the debilitating tuberculosis. Look, it's already dragging him painfully and slowly to his death. then his wealth can and will be used to support the families affected by the Quartermain Club's malevolence.
You're mad! You're both mad!
Let's go and find Tom.
Not just yet. See, Lord Marsh, you will die here, although not by the gun. You'll die slowly.
Don't do this, George.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice.
Holmes, you cannot fully understand why we helped so many and sacrificed a few. But don't let me die like this. Just kill me now.
I understand your view, Mr. Hurst. I really do, but I couldn't allow you to continue.
俺今結論を確認する。いいのか？受け入れればいいの？俺今手を打ったんだよね。マーシュ今日ぶっ殺してないよな。手を狙ったつもりなんだが、なんかマーシュ今日の頭打ったように見えなくもいいんだよな。
Well done, Watson.
Holmes, you're playing bowls? Indoors?
Not just any old bowls, Watson. Lawn bowling.
Seriously? With your injury? Oh, no. Mrs. Hudson is going to murder you.
Well, that's it for now. Time to go. Would you care to join me?
You're incorrigible. And where are we going, Holmes?
I'm participating in the final stage of the annual tournament held by the London Archaeological Institute's bowling club. It's an official invitation. I'll just need to dress suitably and then we can leave.
Sa. 今日はここまでだな。お疲れ様です。てか、×の丸間違えてる。